Uh, Thank you very much, John. Indeed, I chair the Economic and Financial Committee, which is a council body that has a fairly sizable role in governing the RRF. And on this panel, both Declan and Michael are part of this committee. So there's a lot of broad involvement there. So I will say a few words on how things look from our viewpoint right now. And so just to give the facts, the EFC will discuss every RRP, every plan at this approval stage in an informal way before the plan goes into the formal council process that then culminates in the approval of the council implementing decision on the plan. So far, we have discussed 12 plans, and there's more to come next week. Later on, when we get into disbursement, we have a more formal role in assessing the targets and milestones. But on the basis of what we've seen so far, I would say that the initial impression is that we are off to a very good start. Maybe the most important aspect that I would like to start with this is that there is a sense, a genuine sense of national ownership. And I think that's really the most important thing. The Commission has not given in to the temptation to dictate or micromanage things. At some point, there were some concerns that this exercise would start looking like 27 macroeconomic adjustment programs, money against conditionality. And right now, it does not look like that at all. That risk, I think, has been well avoided. So kudos for the Commission for managing this very well. Regarding the level of ambition, I think it's quite good so far in most cases. So to some extent, we will only know over time how it turns out. Clearly, the depth and scope of the plans vary between the countries, which is understandable given that there is a very large difference in size between countries. For some countries, the plan is 15% of GDP or more, and in others, it can be 0.2% or in that ballpark. So you cannot expect the same level of delivery in those two cases. But in general, countries have taken the challenge very seriously. And it looks like the whole setup of this facility, the European angle, the peer pressure, the publicity and focus all have sort of combined to create a positive atmosphere and commitment to reform. There are obvious challenges in preparation. The model of the RRF has not always been easy to integrate into national procedures. And here I would say that Greece was probably better equipped to do so than many others, given its recent experiences. But these are massive and complex plans, and involvement of the Union is an added complication to the normal national political and stakeholder processes. So, and this is particularly challenging in federal structures where the decision-making processes are complex to start with. So this has in many times resulted in a heavy process, which has put a lot of stress both on national administrations and on the Commission. And Declan may say more about that. I don't know. And it may have meant a little less domestic stakeholder consultations in some cases that would have been the case in a purely national setting. As I said, we have discussed 12 plans, and we will discuss the rest when the Commission adopts the proposals. A practical observation on the basis of the experience so far in assessing the plans is that this is quite challenging. I mean, these are truly huge packages. There's vast amount of documentation involved. The Commission kindly provides us with sort of compressed main content of a few hundred pages per plan, which is immensely helpful, but realistically, we are only able to form a fairly superficial understanding about what's going on that basis. And to get a deep understanding and to understand the true impacts, the true dimensionality of the measures, we would not only need to go through the thousands of pages of documentation in the original plans, but also to somehow create a deep understanding of the particular challenges in the ground. And this is expertise that we generally don't have. So we largely have to rely on the Commission and the member state in question to do good work and to provide us with the relevant information. And our work is essentially a sanity check, a high-level sanity check, a sort of endorsement to the Commission that we think it has been doing a good job, which I think it has.
Tuomas, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I have to be the bad guy and ask you to make any conclusion you have before reverting to you and due to our time restrictions.
Yeah, so let me just say that implementation remains to be seen. There are a few challenges. Some of the milestones and targets are sort of a bit uncertain to what extent they can really be delivered by the envisaged measures. In other cases, the reforms are still in a sort of very embryonic form. We only know with time how they will turn out, and the assessment of achievement implementation will be more an art than a science. It will require a lot of judgment. But as I said, we are off to a good start, and there's a lot of work ahead.